Recording. Okay, so all opinions here expressed does not reflect Amarly's venture, nor is anything here a inducement for a specific financial advice, and always do your own research. Secondly, anything that our host says here, or our co-host, or anyone who speaks in here does not give any financial advice, and therefore even there is absolutely no way, shape or form that he is giving you a signal or anything. So Majid, I just said the disclaimers. Go ahead, my friend. Let's talk about Taboo. What's changed? What's happened during these few? Well, I think it's been a few weeks. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no. First I want to just say I'm honored and privileged to be on this call, and to help inform, crypto-minded investors who are looking for a tangible, safe, long-term investment vehicle that has real utility and is really making a difference and pervading a particular industry. So just as a background about Taboo is an adult media and NFT streaming project where we specialize in highly exclusive content. So what we are is we are branding, and we are already the Playboy of crypto. So what we have done is we have ensured that we are bridging the gap that Playboy failed to do by not going digital, and we're bringing power back to content creators. This is one of the reasons why we have such high quality model partners. Chloe Terre, she's a 3-time International Playmate of the Year. We have Holly Barker. We have Brie Tiesi, who's also a big model and actress. We have CJ Sparks, Jenny Summers. So in terms of quality, we have extremely high quality model partners, and we are building the Playboy of blockchain. So, Taboo, what differentiates Taboo from the masses is while we are in adult entertainment, it is not traditionally a porn token. And the reason why we did this is because we understood that many of these competitors, and I do believe we don't have competition as we're paving our own niche and our own path with what we've done, and I'm happy to share a little bit more about some of our progress in a moment here. Their names are quite vulgar. People would be embarrassed to talk about it at a dinner table. So we wanted to create a maximum user-friendly brand, and this is key. The name Taboo is highly marketable, but we're building a brand. See, when you build a brand, bear market or bull market alike, these are the projects that survive. These are the projects that have protection against these kinds of market conditions. And this is one thing that we've done a very good job of. We have created a high quality premium brand. In fact, today, in case any of you maybe are wondering, NASDAQ, one of the top 5 indexes in the stock markets, they have actually released a post about us. This is the kind of free exposure that we're getting. And this was just today. We just had recently major publication sites such as Bazinga, release as Yahoo Finance, and they would not release information about a project if it did not fit their criteria for excellence. And these are just some of the few, additional bonuses that are happening with Taboo. We are creating a wave. We are creating a movement. In the last month, we have grown nearly 40, I believe now it's 3,000%, right? We have risen to becoming the #1 adult entertainment token in blockchain, and we plan to stay there. Now, this was not by fluke, because, my belief from the very beginning is I said, I am going to do everything in my power to turn this brand into a top 10 crypto. We had sideways movement between 4 to 7 million market cap for quite a long time. And during a time where every single crypto was living in fear, during the bearish trends that were happening a number of months ago, we were ramping up marketing spend. We were focusing on the fundamentals day in and day out. I always say this, when you want to build something special, you need a blueprint. And we have created a blueprint on Taboo. And then we accelerated up to 30 to 35 million. Then we held a price floor of 100 million, and now we're sitting comfy and high over 300 million market cap in the top 250 cryptos worldwide in just a span of 5 months. So we're still a young project. I always say this, you need to crawl before you can walk, before you can sprint. But what I will say is one thing. Taboo is currently in a consolidation phase. It was going so crazy for so many weeks that I am humbled and I'm grateful that now there is an opportunity, and this is not financial advice, for new investors and existing investors to accumulate. The charts look extremely healthy. You don't want to see a crypto going up forever because it scares investors in order to buy. But one thing that I've shared with my community from day one, I always share this analogy. If you were to own a property today and you had somebody knocking on your door every 5 minutes telling you the price of your home, you wouldn't be happy. See, when it comes to crypto, one of the problems that I see in the crypto space is people are too obsessed about the price. And they're checking the price incessantly every few minutes when it's not good for your spirit, it's not good for your sense of self. If you buy into a project that you believe in and you arm yourselves with the knowledge necessary to ensure that you've made an informed decision, treat that investment like a property investment. Check back in a year from now when you get, just like you get your property assessments in the mail, do the same thing with Taboo, because this is something that's really crucial for me. I do not care about the price. I'm very happy that we've grown the way that we have, but I care more about holder count growth. And in the last few weeks, we have grown about 30,000 holders. See, the more holders that can get their hands on Taboo and buy Taboo, the more decentralized this project becomes, and it promotes further price stability down the line. Myself and my mission today, I do not care about myself. I am for the community. I want the community to thrive. What really gets me going every day is knowing somebody in one part of the world who has $100 that can feed their family for a month, and I'm able to help them build their wealth and make a permanent difference in their family's lives. See, we're all here for the same reason. We're all here for financial independence and freedom. And this is where we can ensure our income comes independent of our efforts. But this is a mindset that we need to have. Many people want to build wealth, but they have a broke mindset. Many people do not believe that they deserve wealth and they'll never attain it. What we're building at Taboo is a legacy. I am in the legacy building business. I am going to make sure that Taboo makes a difference and stays for many, many generations. See, this is my aim. This is what drives me every day. And I want to share 2 points before I move on. See, what makes a sound business? We look at the title now and it says building a multi-billion-dollar business. See, the first element that you need to ask yourself is it legal? Of course. Taboo is a cryptocurrency that trades on high volume exchanges. You can buy it on decentralized exchanges like PancakeSwap. We are illegal in that sense. When our marketplace goes live, we have strict KYC criteria for all content creators. We are abiding by possible regulations that can happen in the US and many other countries. So it's a legal project. The second question you need to ask yourself is what you're building benefiting other people more than you? And I believe that that's the case as well. And the third thing you need to ask yourself is, will this business create multi-generational effects for people in their lives? And I just clarified that that's the case. See, the interesting thing about Taboo, it's an extremely resilient project. I want to share one more analogy before we move forward. And then I want to share some updates and announcements on what's gone on since I last spoke to all of you. There's a theory called the popcorn theory, right? Now, if we have a kettle and we see that there's a pot of popcorn and it's brewing, do you all know, and you all know this, for quite a period of time, you don't see anything happening. It's brewing, and, it's heating up, the popcorn kettles are getting ready, and then next thing you know, an explosion happens, and the lid pops off, and popcorn starts flowing. That's what happened to Taboo. And in a very short amount of time, we pushed ourselves onto the world map. And we are building the most innovative adult NFT and media streaming project. Our version 1 marketplace is going to be released later this month. We have delayed it, and I'm happy to delay as long as possible because for me, I'm all about building it right the first time. There's going to be staking protocols in place. There's going to be yield farming in place. There's going to be $1 million of NFT content released upon launch. This is what we're doing. In fact, we are also now creating a Las Vegas billboard, and it's in discussions now. We also had, as another update, a historical Taboo major photo shoot with all of our models in Taboo branded merch. I believe this really cemented the reality of what we're building in people's minds. When they saw a real photo shoot, like how Playboy does it, was conducted. And there are more photo shoots that are going to happen now. We've released a large-scale media campaign where we have been featured across hundreds of publication channels like Bazinga, like Yahoo Finance, many other ones. Business Insider, Bloomberg is on the way now. And recently we've seen a lot of free press such as the NASDAQ releasing information about us, Cointelegraph, and, it speaks to the quality brand that we are. See, we need to remember one thing. Eventually, people are going to just be Google searching Taboo, and these are the publications they're going to see. And it's going to help for sophisticated investors and educated investors alike. It's going to help confirm what kind of brand Taboo is, and it's going to help in their decision-making in investing in Taboo. So as some updates, in the last month since we last spoke, our holder count has grown by 30,000. Our market cap has grown over 3,000%. We have trended on CMC and CoinGecko organically many times. We are releasing our marketplace, which is imminently around the corner, and we're just in the final stages of the discussions that I'm having with our development team, which, as a reminder to all of you, is the Engine Coin marketplace developers. These are the individuals that we went with. We never rushed our product. We paid 5 times on the dollar to create a custom code customized to Taboo. In fact, we are not going to release it on GitHub anywhere because I believe that this is intellectual property. That's how much I am protecting the Taboo brand. And as another major announcement, there is multiple major exchanges in the top 10 and some in the top 5. They're all knocking on our door, and there are multiple major exchanges that are coming this month. Multiple major exchanges. And we believe that by the year end, we'll have 4 to 5 multiple top 10 and top 5 exchanges where we can be traded as well. So the version 1 marketplace, before I, start to, answer questions from Amir Ali, this is the starting point of our journey together. It does not include all the bells and whistles that version 2 and version 3 will have. I look at this version 1 marketplace like a presentation pitch to the world. I want the world to be awestruck on the impact that it's going to create. That's why we're releasing $1 million of NFT content. Not a single crypto marketplace has ever done that. And we are going to have exclusive NFTs from the likes of Hugh Hefner. There's an exclusive NFT from Hugh Hefner with all his playmates before he, God forbid, passed away. Knock on wood on that as well. We have Lindsay Lohan exclusive NFTs. We have Paris Hilton exclusive NFTs. We have Amanda Cerny exclusive NFTs as well. We have many major celebrities and playmates as well, in addition to our existing model partners. And we're going to cause a ruckus and a wave in the industry as we already have. But version 2 and version 3 in the later phases are going to include a plethora of features such as virtual reality, video NFTs, streaming services, live tipping, private DMs with creators, all of that. And we have a unique tiering system in place where you cannot get access to higher tier, higher, more exclusive content without holding a particular amount of taboo. This is one of the unique aspects of our business model. It creates further utility, and it also strengthens the value of our NFTs, as we're looking to ensure that while we have variety of content and volume, we don't want too much, because the premium brands like Gucci and Versace of this world, they don't just pump out too many types of products in their retail chains. We are a highly exclusive project, and we're trying to keep it that way. So, there's lots of exciting news that I've shared. There's more to come. I'm happy to provide some of these updates for you. Currently, we are the #1 adult entertainment token in blockchain. We've surpassed all competition, and we plan to stay there. So I'll take this. I'll step back from now, Amir Ali, and I'll let you ask some questions now.
Excellent. So, Majid, obviously I read the Nasdaq papers as well. They clearly posted about you guys, about Taboo. One thing that really annoyed me is that they called you a meme token. What do you have to say to that, to Nasdaq? Because I know you're not a meme token, but Nasdaq, whoever wrote that article on the Nasdaq, said that Taboo is one of the meme tokens that you have to look out for.
Yes, I wasn't discouraged, and I'll tell you why. You can hear me right now, right? I was muted for a moment there, so perfect. See, we can't control editors and publication sites on what they say, but the fact that they said that speaks to how little stock market entities understand crypto. It speaks to the lack of knowledge that is there about crypto, blockchain, and utility projects like ours. So you can look at that as a negative point, for sure. However, the fact that we were discussed by NASDAQ, and the fact that they said if you're looking for an adult entertainment token, Taboo is the one, that in and of itself is massive in terms of brand awareness and exposure. So if an editing company is trying to create news that will bring more traction, and they believe the meme coin space is hot, I think they just categorized us and placed us in that category to try to make their article a little bit more exciting to read. That's about it. But for me, I'm not concerned, because when people hear about us through a major channel like the NASDAQ, and then they start to learn more about us, they'll know very quickly that we're not a meme coin. So I can't control this kind of free press that happens, but there are types of press that, regardless of what they say, it is still good press. Does that make sense? So
Definitely. So, Majid, I have another question. As you're well aware of, Metaverse from Facebook. Well, Facebook no more. But they announced that they're looking into the Metaverse, and I know that you plan to integrate VR technology and Metaverse. How do you think that fit into your business model? Because I can see that the moment that since Facebook announced VR Metaverse, your market cap also risen tremendously, as you can see, like past couple of days that you reached a $700 million market cap. But do you feel like because of what Facebook has done, it has led to your own growth as well?
It's a good question. I believe that these large scale companies, they're extremely slow moving, and by the time that they start to implement some of these, the metaverse and the VR side of things, projects like Taboo have already won the market share and have already established themselves. I do think that all of this is just collectively enhancing the widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies in general, and that's a good sign for the market as a whole. Now, in terms of whether or not that announcement has contributed to Taboo's growth, I would almost say no, because we have been marketing the right way. We have been delivering on our promises from day one. We never overhype. We always underpromise and overdeliver. And I think that the market just wants more of Taboo. That's just simple as that. Sex does sell. We're in the hottest and trendiest space, which is NFTs, as well. And we're in a multi-billion-dollar industry that is largely untapped. And we're forming our own niche around being the Playboy blockchain. And I think that there's enough information about Taboo, and people read about it, that they can make a good decision about buying us, irrespective of what the Facebooks and the Googles of the world or the Instagrams of the world are doing. So good question.
All right. I've got one final question for you, Majid. In regards to my own question, actually, last time we spoke, I was like, "Do you have any plans to open clubs within the United Kingdom?" And you had no comment on that. Has that changed?
We have, we've released some, interesting events. We have these NFTs that we've designed. We're in the pre-sale phase for them. They're called Taboo Punks. Um, if you buy Taboo Punks, you will be able to bypass the tiering requirements for accessing more exclusive content in a limited capacity. And you can read more about that in the white paper. And that gives you access to particular kinds of events that we're going to be hosting in next year in 2022. So we're talking live events, right? We're talking potential meet and greets with models and all of that. And we are looking into a Taboo mansion. We have a few locations in mind as well. And we're even looking at, creating our own Taboo, actually I can't say that. This is, I haven't even announced this to my own community yet, but in early 2022 moving forward, there will be live events. I haven't discussed or thought about the idea of opening up a club, but I know you've been pressing about that, and that's something you want, but I think a Taboo mansion being designed and created first is more important than a club. And I think that once that's in place, we can start to maybe look at some of these other ideas like you've proposed. So
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Najee. All right, last question. So the last question is, if I'm an entrepreneur, a young person, male or female, what is one of the advices that you would give to this generation to pursue, I don't know, maybe create their own token or create their own company or select a niche? Where would you tell them to go to? What's the first thing that they should do?
Yeah, so I do believe that at the end of the day we only have one life to live, and time is our most precious commodity in my mind, and it's the one thing we can't take back. I do believe that many people they're stuck in a zone of familiarity where it's comfortable to live a life of routine, and to not chase after your dreams. See, a dream is only a dream until you make a plan, and once you make a plan it becomes a goal, and once it's a goal, now you have something that's specific and clear, and now those goals with respect to those dreams can become attainable and near. So I believe and I think, and I've said this before on the last call, right? Chase after your dreams. Go after it. Don't look back. If you're afraid and it feels difficult, guess what? That's a sign that you should do it. Because, that familiarity zone will always push you back. It'll always keep you in this comfort zone where, and that's the most demonizing and the most debilitating thing that a human being can do is to stay in their comfort zone, right? At the end of the day, there is no perfect plan. That's what people need to understand. If you keep waiting for a perfect plan, you will never get started. It is a matter of putting your foot forward, giving it a shot, and if it doesn't work, you will gain experience. And experience will help you build an identity that will get you to then move on to a new venture, and you will be more well versed and ready for it. So when it comes to cryptocurrency, there's a lot of projects that are being made out there. I urge everyone, if you're thinking of making your own project or token, to have a long-term mindset. The thing that really bothers me is when I hear, and I know lots of owners of tokens, and they tell me we have the potential to get to 1 million market cap or 10 million market cap. I tell them, you know what, you're never going to get there. And they tell me why. And I say, it's because if you set that ceiling, that is the maximum ceiling that you will ever get to. You'll never get there. See, it doesn't take more energy to think bigger. It doesn't take any more energy for the brain. If you just say, you know what, this can get to 10 million, and all you say is, actually, I want this to get up to 100 million or a billion, it takes no more energy. It's the same thought, different words, right? So I urge people to think bigger. And if you're going to build a crypto project, actually try to build something that people need, that is solving a problem in this world. See, that's what Taboo has done. We're solving a problem by creating a decentralized version of the adult media and streaming system that's in place. And we're creating a very unique niche. But one thing you need to remember is this: you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just because there is potential competition, you need to embrace it, because they have proven that in this space there's potential, and you just need to sit back and look at what they're doing and look at what they're doing wrong, because they're giving you an opportunity to learn from them and to design something even better. So that's what we did with Taboo. You know, when I decided to build Taboo, I looked around and I said, every single adult, pardon my language, adult token is not building this right, or they're building something that is missing certain ingredients. And I said, I want to fill that gap and I want to provide a better solution. And that's why we are where we are now. In terms of cryptocurrencies and investing in cryptocurrencies, first rule: never invest more than you can afford to lose. Don't ever go all in on one project, right? And have a healthy profit-taking system, because, you know, at the end of the day, profits are not profits until you realize them. And dollar cost averaging is king. So if you ever want to invest in a project and you're not sure if it's the right timing, we don't want to always time the markets. We want time in. My strategy I usually use, and I used to do this. I don't actually own any other cryptocurrency. I don't have time for it. Taboo is the only crypto that I work with and own right now. But invest 50% of what you were intending to, so that if there's any dips, which can happen, you can dollar cost average and lower your entry point. If it goes up, you just buy the next dip, and then you don't miss out on an opportunity on a good project by trying to get a perfect entry. That's what I have to share there. And the last thing I will say is, when it comes to investing, do your due diligence. I don't really care too much about technical analysis. This entire space is emotions based. It is all about emotional intelligence, and it is all about intuition and your gut instincts. So when you learn about a project and you go into their Telegram channel and you start asking questions, I urge you to do that. Talk to their admins, talk to the moderators, get a feel for what's going on. If there's this gut feeling inside of you that's saying, ooh, something doesn't feel right, don't invest. That's the best piece of advice that I can give you, because your gut is never wrong. Thank you, Emery Ali, for the question. It was a good question.
Thank you very much, Majid. And I'd like to thank all your audience and my own for listening to you. Majid, I have to let you go here. But obviously, as you know, that we did bring you the second time. Hopefully, the third time we bring you up, you're probably top 20, top 10 in the market cap. And everyone's talking about you. You're probably going to be very busy, probably going to be on a Pomp podcast as well. But Majid, I'd like to wish you the best of success. This time, I'd like to wish you over a 1 billion market cap, because that's how I see the token going. And obviously last time I said 100 million, now it's 1 billion. That's your next target, and you're going to definitely reach it, potentially hitting top 10, top 20 on top. Thank you very much, Majid, for coming on board one more time, and I hope to see you soon, my friend. All right?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Take care, guys. Thank you, Majid. Have a great night. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.